While most of us were on our summer holidays, a group of scientists published their analysis of several years' worth of data from a Mars rover. They think there may well be a massive layer of water intermingled with fractured rocks between about 10 to 20 kilometres under the surface of Mars. It sounds pretty exciting, but what does it mean? Well, on Earth, living organisms have been found at least 5 kilometres under the surface, so it's not totally far-fetched to wonder whether these rocks on Mars contain some kind of life. But this news is also perhaps a little bit worrying, because some people are wondering whether they could tap into this layer of water if there was a future colony of people living on Mars in the future. Now, given our track record with keeping water clean, it's easy to be a little bit pessimistic about the potential for water pollution on Mars too. Psalm 19 paints a different picture of the universe, with all the heavens declaring the glory of God day and night. Astronauts, when they see the whole planet, can experience sometimes what's called the overview effect, where they're totally awestruck by seeing their home planet and they come home wanting to take better care of it. And we can do the same, fueled by a biblical vision. God's mandate for humankind in Genesis 1 and 2 was to tend and keep, to rule gently and wisely. The rest of the Old Testament shows what happens when people do disobey God's law. We see that the land also suffers. But on the other hand, if we do live God's way, everyone flourishes, as Psalm 19 lays out. Thankfully, Jesus has made a way for us to follow him today, and he gives us his Spirit to help us fulfill that creation mandate. So, not many of us are likely to be looking after water sources on Mars or even cleaning up space junk, but we can find plenty of ways to care for planet Earth, whatever our lifestyle or income. So let's help each other to explore our calling to do this biblically and practically, using the resources linked below the video. Perhaps you could grow something on a windowsill or leave food for the birds. Maybe you could lobby government for change. Or if you've got financial resources and a home, maybe you could do something like putting solar panels on your roof. Some of these things will require sacrifice, but they often bring joy, enjoying good food, having lower bills, or appreciating the beauty of creation. There are 2 ways to join the Faraday Church's community to discuss these topics. If you are a Patreon supporter, you can come to live podcast recordings, 2 podcast recordings in September on this topic, and those podcasts will then be available to everyone else. Then in October, we'll start our short church leaders course on creation care. For details of both of these activities, you can find links in the video notes. I hope to see you there.